Hi Libra, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for April. Hope everybody's well. I will take a quick second, Libra, just to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Libra, so guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Please keep in mind that the energies may reverse. So if it's resonating, Libra, just get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Libra? Libra. Thank you. Energy for Libra. All right, Libra, you are starting out with the Four of Swords in the reverse. You have the Six of Cups reversed and the Ten of Swords reversed. So this looks like you might have a karmic person or a karmic situation that's cycling back around. There is a sense here of you having communication with somebody. This is likely somebody who you have not been communicating with for a while. There's a situation here that you were trying to release this person. You were trying to let this is a past person, and you were trying to let them go. This is somebody you feel betrayed you in some manner. There was a very painful ending that took place here. And I do feel that you had a lack of communication for quite some time. It does look like there is some communication, but there's still a lot of healing that needs to take place in this situation. I do see you wanting to repair damage that has been done here, wanting to come out of this pain. But it's almost like somebody has popped up here just as you were healing, just as you were letting this person go. So there is still some healing. Let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Libra's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Knight of Wands reversed. You might have been dealing with a player or an on-again, off-again situation. Five of Wands. And the Ten of Coins. All right. So, yeah, I see that there was a lack of communication that took place. This person may be in and out of your life. They could have a lot of player energy. And they also, with this Five of Wands, this is somebody who manipulates. This is somebody who is in their ego. They may come in and just create chaos and create conflict with you just to, just to create conflict. Like, this is not somebody who has been in the best of energy. So I can see why you were trying to release them and let them go. Now, with the Ten of Coins, this could be somebody that is part of a larger organization. Perhaps they have a very strong family ties, or they could be in a long-term connection here. So I do feel like they definitely are coming in here trying to fight for this connection, though, after not talking to you for quite some time. So there's a lot of conflicting energy here with them. Let me see the energy between Libra. Well, my goodness. Show me the energy between Libra and this person. There's a lot of, like I said, there's conflicting energy here, but there's also like things here that are being suppressed. I feel a suppression. I don't know if it's you or it's them or both, but something is being suppressed. Show me the energy between Libra and this person. Show me the energy between Libra and this person. King of Coins. Yeah, I feel like this person could be in another connection here with this Ten of Coins, this King of Coins. I do also feel like some of you may know this person through work. You may have to talk to this person because of work-related issues. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn as well. Let me see. Yeah, this person didn't want to talk about commitment with you. Let me see what's affecting this connection. I gotta be honest, Libra, I'm not really liking the energy I'm getting here. I feel like you're working very hard right now. I feel like you're very focused on your money, finances. stability. Two of Coins. Yeah, Two of Coins. This almost tells me that Libra, you're kind of leaving it up to the universe. If the universe doesn't want this person in your energy, you're going to just let them go. If the universe is saying, yes, you know, this person is going to bring in stability, is going to bring in commitment, then you're okay with that too. It's almost like you flipped a coin and you're letting the universe decide. Now, in their energy, this is somebody who I'm seeing as someone who juggled you, and it created conflict. And that's why you're trying to release this person and let them go. I also see, Libra, that you're working very hard. Your money, you might be robbing Peter to pay Paul a little bit. So you're working really hard. You're trying to create stability for yourself. And that's where your focus is. Let me see the outcome for Libra. Show me the outcome. The Nine of Cups. You've got wish fulfillment coming in, Libra. Yeah, you have wish fulfillment coming in. So, yeah, I can't wait to, you know, find out what that's about. We'll clarify it. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords in the reverse. This is underlying energy. And this tells me that there's a little bit of stuck energy here. You're kind of stuck in some kind of chaos. Something that has brought a lot of chaos into your life. You haven't been able to fully, totally move away from this. And I also feel like you just want peace in your life, but you're having a hard time getting there. So let's clarify your reading. Why is the Four of Swords in reverse? There's the conflict, Five of Wands, and the King of Swords reversed. So, yeah, you've had a lot of conflict with this person. This person takes you out of your regular feeling of stability, your feeling of calm. This person puts you in a lower vibration because of the conflict. I do feel like there's communication. However, I'm seeing that there's been some conflict here. You may feel that you're dealing with somebody who is dishonest, somebody who manipulates, somebody who doesn't speak honestly, particularly regarding commitment issues, whether that be with somebody else that they're trying to juggle you with, or if that is with regard to you. But you feel that this person doesn't communicate honestly. Why is the Six of Cups in reverse? Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. Yeah, you started moving forward. You were releasing this person. You were slowly moving forward. And then what did they do? They reached out to you. This could be a soulmate. There's definitely something karmic associated with it. I don't know if they're a karmic partner or if this is a karmic lesson or a karmic cycle. But as soon as you got to the point where you're like, okay, I'm releasing this person. I've made a decision to do so. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on, you know, I'm committed to myself. And I'm committed to, you know, my own stability. I'm moving forward, letting this person go. That's when they reached out to you. That's when they reached out to you. And I do see you responded back. There could have been, like I said, though, some conflict. Let me see why the Ten of Swords is in reverse. I feel like you stopped talking to this person because of conflict or in the middle of a conflict. All right, we have the Chariot and we have Temperance in reverse. So you're willing to move forward. You're willing to repair this, but only if it's coming in as balanced. You're basically saying, I will move forward with you. We can repair this. However, you know, that's funny. I'm hearing somebody say, you got me effed up. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that you're willing to move forward, but you're saying only if you're willing to heal this. You betrayed me here in the past. This was a painful ending for me. I was moving forward. I was moving towards my peace. And now you're coming back in and it's creating conflict. You know, do I want this? I do want it. However, it's unbalanced and it's got my emotions all over the place. You've got me on an emotional roller coaster and I'm not willing to do that. So if I have to choose between, you know, this connection or moving forward, I'm going to move forward. And guess what? I'm going to pick up the pace. So let's look at their energy. Let's see what their intentions might be. Why is the Knight of Wands in reverse? Queen of Wands reversed. And the Tower in reverse. So they haven't been taking action towards you because they were trying to avoid a Tower moment. They knew that if they came back towards you, they would have to make amends. They would have to repair things. I'm seeing the dishonesty here. They knew that you weren't going to just, you know, you weren't going to just, that's probably an inappropriate way of saying that. You weren't just going to go along to get along. There's this energy of them trying to avoid having to repair the damage that was done. They knew that there was a reason that you weren't talking to them. They knew that you felt that they were being dishonest. This person was not taking action towards you, not communicating with you because they were trying to avoid repair for this betrayal, and they also were trying to avoid a further Tower moment in their life. There's a foundation here that they're trying to hold on to maintain elsewhere, and they're attracted to you. However, they also know that if they move towards you, it's going to upend their life, and so they've been holding back, and they're seeing you now as being strong, being stable. Let me see this Five of Wands. They might be a little bit bitter as well. And also be careful because I don't like that Queen of Wands in reverse. For some of you, this person could do some spell work. Why is the Five of Wands here? Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. We have the Strength card. And the Knight of Wands. So this person, basically, their feelings and their emotions overwhelmed them. I feel like they were thinking about you for a long time. They were very conflicted because there's something here that they're trying to keep, you know, from dissolving or from, you know, collapsing. And it looks like it's elsewhere. But at some point, they have strong feelings for you. Even though they were very conflicted about it, it looks like they impulsively came towards you in order to communicate. I do feel like it took a lot of strength and courage for this person to overcome their own feelings, their own, because they went back and forth in their mind. And at some point, they just impulsively came towards you. I feel like this is somebody who thought about you. They think about you a lot, and they're like weighing up the pros and cons of reaching out. So it took them quite a while to reach out, and you weren't reaching out either. So at some point, this person impulsively did contact you. Yeah, so they are working on themselves, which is positive. I do feel like they may have told you that. There's something about them working on themselves or working on their situation. Let me see the Ten of Coins. Why is the Ten of Coins here? Okay, yeah, we have the Ten of Wands reversed, and we have the Two of Coins. This person knows that you're not going to be juggled, but they do want to resolve problems with you. They've already made that decision. So this person, it's almost like they're involved in something else that's long term, and there's been no action, them not coming forward, but you were playing on their mind. And then what happened, and they're watching you too. They're watching you, it looks like, be very successful. And in the meantime, you're being very silent. So they're trying to avoid a Tower moment elsewhere, but then it just overwhelmed them. The more they thought about you, the more they were like, no, I got to reach out. And they're thinking, it's almost like they were trying to keep you in their back pocket. I hate to put it that way, but this person is in their long-term goal is to reach out to you, to work things out with you, and to build something with you. But they're trying to do it in a way that doesn't destroy their stability, if that makes any sense. So let me see this King of Coins. Show me the energy between Libra and this person. Show me the energy between Libra and this person. All right, so we have the Three of Cups. We have the World card. So they want to put an end to this cycle where they're not acting, they're not coming towards you, they're not communicating, they're just avoiding the Tower moment elsewhere. They want to put an end to that. This person's coming towards you with intentions of longevity, with intentions of commitment. Now, in your energy, I feel like you might be dating or going out with friends and family. I do feel like you feel that this person, when they come in, you are going to communicate with them, but I don't see you altering your behavior when they come in. And this may have already happened. You're more or less pouring into yourself, making yourself very solid here. And I also see that you're not willing to reconcile with this person unless they are putting an end to this behavior. This person tried to involve you in third-party energy, and they know you're not going to have it. And so I do feel like you're reiterating that. You're saying, no, I am better than that. I'm going to have a committed connection, or no. Let me see the Two of Coins. Show me the Two of Coins. There was a decision that had to be made by this person, and I feel like they've made that decision. But it took them a long time. Show me the Two of Coins. Oh, Nine of Pentacles. And the Empress. Very nice, Libra. Very nice. Okay, so you were moving forward. You were releasing this person. You were actually looking for another soulmate, especially if you were dating. You were looking for your soulmate. You were looking for somebody that you were on the same page with. You have realized your value, your worth. You don't chase anybody. You're sitting back and attracting. You've created stability for yourself, and it looks like whatever you're doing financially is creating stability. You're allowing that prosperity to roll into you. And it's almost this energy of saying, I've let go of my past, and now I'm bringing everything that is mine into me. It's been held in escrow, and now it comes to me. It flows to me. This was a conscious decision that you made. You went from trying to balance out your money, robbing Peter to pay Paul, to really just kind of sitting back and saying, let the prosperity flow. Now, in their energy, this person may have been acting single when they were not single. And they know that there's a decision that has to be made here, and they've been very conflicted about it. They have been working on themselves during this period where there was no communication. And they know that the decision is whether or not they're going to make themselves single, because they know that you're not accepting anything less. They also know that you're moving on. They know that you're letting them go. They know that, you are highly attractive and you are somebody, so they may even view you like being on a pedestal somewhat, that they know that other people are circulating here in your energy. And so this person they've reached a point where even though they're conflicted, they know they have to make a decision about ending something elsewhere in order to move forward with you. So let's look at your outcome. Show me the outcome. But first they have to be single. So show me the outcome. All right, we have Judgment. We have the King of Cups reversed. And we have the Eight of Cups. All right, so you're getting a wish fulfillment here, and that wish fulfillment does have to do with reconciliation. Now, that being said, you're going to withhold your feelings and emotions until healing is brought to this situation. You feel this person betrayed you. You feel, this was an extremely painful ending for you, and you're recognizing, yeah, I recognize my value, my self-worth. And as soon as I started moving forward, here comes this person to repair the damage. So you are willing to walk away from this person. You're willing to move forward. if they don't bring balance to the situation, if they are not willing to heal the situation, you will sharply pull back your feelings and emotions. Not that you don't have them, you do, but you're not going to move in an unhealed relationship. Now, in this person's energy, this person actually really does want a long-term relationship with you. This person feels that together the two of you would have it all. However, they have some things here that they have to resolve from their past. Now, they've chosen to do that. They're walking away from another situation, a long-term situation, in order to come together with you. That's their wish fulfillment, and it looks like reconciliation is your wish fulfillment. So this person still has some things that they have to resolve here in another connection. They know that it's a decision to become single and to end something else so they can have this opportunity with you because you won't accept anything else. And I do feel like they've made that decision here. So this person does want to come towards you, but they're in the process of walking away from something else. So I do see wish fulfillment happening. I do see reconciliation happening, but it's going to take a minute because this person has to get themselves single. They have to become consistent in the connection, and they have to be willing to work out the problems and resolve the problems in order to create this long-term, we can have everything energy. So, yeah. Bottom of the deck is the moon in reverse. This is underlying energy, and this tells me that this situation, which has been stuck and has not been moving forward, it tells me that there's going to be something revealed to you about this. I don't know if it's this person revealing this to you, but somebody has had a realization. This person has had a realization that, whatever they're involved in over here is not moving forward. It's chaotic. And they're understanding that they have to move forward from that. They have to walk away from that. And I feel like they're going to be revealing something to you as well. So, yeah. I'm going to pull an oracle card, Libra, and we'll see what the advice is. All right. So your advice, it says, focus on service. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in this stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. All right. Well, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Libra. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Libra, know that you are loved. And namaste.